Let's look at an exercise here. What I need you to do is match your employees' daily efforts with your business objectives. So within your company, you have certain objectives, of course, your goals and objectives of the company, As a company, I want to be a leader in the region. I want to have market share, etc. Now, these objectives, you cascade them down to all the employees. So, for example, your technical staff has to help you achieve the objectives by making sure the implementations are done on time. Your sales staff can help you achieve the objectives by making sure they develop so many markets and close so many deals and so much time. So try to match, look at your employees, what they're doing on a daily basis, and see, are they putting the required efforts, to help you reach your business objectives. And again, this is another excuse and a reason why you should have an HR manager, because you might not have the time to do that, but while an HR manager does have the time to do it. Okay? Always keep your employees energized and engaged. Communication, As a business owner, make sure you are close to your employees. Make sure they know you. You know them personally, that you communicate to them from time to time. Don't just cascade down communication through their managers, but you also can do direct communication with your employees to make sure that they know the vision of the company, the mission, the goals. They know that you care and you are supportive of them. Develop and reinforce pay for performance culture, And again, here, when we say pay for performance, that doesn't mean only by money, We don't just reward employees by giving them an increase on salary or a bonus. Of course, employees are happy when they get more money, but this is not the only way to do it. You can reward your employees by maybe sending them a thank you letter, sending a thank you letter to all the staff saying, thank you for that employee for doing such and such. There are other ways that you can reward employees. Ensure performance evaluation. And we're going to talk about this also in the performance evaluation session in detail. Performance evaluation is not a one-time deal. We don't do this just at the end of the year. It has to be done throughout the year. Managers need to be very close to their employees to know how they're performing, and to correct certain things along the way. Don't wait until the end of the year to come and bring the employee and tell them, oh, you messed up here, you shouldn't have, I'm not going to give you an increase. That's not the right way. You should have regular reviews. We call them informal reviews with the employees. And then at the end of the year, you do the formal review where you are measuring all the objectives, if you want, and quantifying the measurement. And again, Samir has a very good comment, top-down and bottom-up communication, yet rarely leaders address it properly. You are right, Samir. Very few people know how to communicate and when to communicate. They're afraid. I'm not going to let my employees know what's going on with my financial statement, for example. But on the contrary, you'll be surprised that when you communicate to your employees, then they will reciprocate. When you show them that you trust them, they will start trusting you and they will communicate back to you. And there are training programs, development programs that improve communication between employees. Sometimes CEOs, they tell me, oh, my managers are the bottleneck. I communicate to my managers, but they don't communicate down to their employees. That's a problem. So anything you communicate to your managers has to be cascaded down to the employees. Of course, again, I say on their level. You're not going to show your employees your financial statement or everything that, all your numbers and figures, but you're going to show that the company is performing well, the company is doing well, or the company has certain issues that we are working on. You have to be selective, of course, on what to communicate, who to communicate, and how to communicate, so you don't create any issues or any conflicts between employees. But again, I say, when you start communicating yourself, when you take that step to communicate and you reinforce that within the organization, also people are going to communicate back and give you feedback. And this is where, when you put a good performance management system in place, you'll be able to send, feedback and receive feedback at the same time.